be raising my voice so much, so bear with me. Just try to use your earplugs if you can hear me, or turn on the subtitles so that you can hear me properly. But it's late, so I wouldn't be raising my voice as much because everywhere is so quiet. Everywhere is really quiet, right? Because I mean people are sleeping, but I can't sleep, so I'm like, okay, let me just come on live and see if there's anybody here. And there's just one or two things that I want to say. So I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw a post that someone made, and that post really encouraged me, right? Well, it's someone that I'm subscribed to their channel, so I do see their post a bit often. I even see their post too much, right? Do you know that sometimes if I remember that, okay, today, oh, I've not come on live, I've not posted anything, I've not said anything on my channel. The moment I see, like if I forget, right, the moment I see their post, I'm reminded that, okay, oh, if this person is staying consistent this much, then I have to be consistent, right? And I think that's how we are to other people. There are people out there that motivate others and they don't even know. Just the way that you live your life, just the way that you show up every day, just the way that you have a kind heart, just the way that you always help out anyone in need, just the way that you always have a kind word to say, just the way that you always encourage someone, you always pray for someone, just the way you carry yourself, you encourage someone else. Okay, you encourage someone else to be a better person when you are a good person. That's what I'm trying to say. When you are a good person, when you show up every day as the best version of yourself, when you try your best to be the best that you can be, when you go after your goals, when you go after your dreams, when you like, or when you do things, okay, when you leave an impact on society, you encourage other people to also do the same. You encourage other people to be the best that they can be. You also encourage other people to give it their best shot, right? So remember that in life, that you are not just living for yourself, you are living for other people, right? Your life is like a testimony, right? Your life is like, I'm not going to say it's like a movie, but your life is something that people see, and it can either encourage someone, or it can either build someone up, or it can tear them down, right? When people look at your life, they either get encouraged or they get discouraged, right? As Christians, we are told that our lives are supposed to be like a Bible, right? Our lives are supposed to be something that showcases the goodness of God, right? And I believe that's how we're all supposed to be as human beings. Our lives are supposed to show the goodness of God. Our lives are supposed to just radiate the beauty of God, radiate the love of God, right? So, like, whatever you do, just know that other people can't see you, right? So you either make someone want to do better, or you make them want to get worse. It's the same way when people come in contact with you daily, okay? Do they then have a good day, or do they have a bad day because they came in contact with you, right? When people come in contact with you, do they live happily, or do they live feeling confused and sad? Do you make people feel better about themselves, or are you the type that you want to tear people down because you want to be the only great shining person in the room? And then, I mean, there are people like that that are so like selfish and self-centered. They always want to be the best in the room, so they do their best not to encourage anybody else, and they will never, like, if they are at the top, they would never extend the ladder to anyone below them, because they don't want anybody else to get to the top where they are. But as far as I'm concerned, that's not the best way to live. The sky is big enough for everybody, and if you're up there, then also encourage people and bring people up as well. Okay, I have a comment here from Oma. I hope I'm pronouncing this right, so help me out here. Oma Mofe Obinyan. Okay. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining the live. Nice to have you here. I have another person, Okoye Dindu. Okay, this sounds like an Igbo name. Am I mistaken? Okay, it really sounds like an Igbo name. Okoye Dindu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So if it sounds like, I don't know, an Igbo name and Yoruba name. So um it means that you guys are Nigerians. So I'm going to ask you, why are you both awake by this time of the night? by this by this ungodly hour. Me, I know I'm awake, right? And I just thought I'd come online and say a few things, right? Because anyone can still play back the live in the daytime, but I just felt like there are important points that I wanted to note down like this night. And if I sleep and wake up, I may not like remember the points, right? And that's exactly what I was just saying. That I saw someone's post and it motivated me, it encouraged me. So I also believe that some of the things I'm sharing here would also like motivate someone and encourage someone. So yeah, Okoye and Obinyan, why you guys awake by this time? Anyway, so I'll just go on with my discussion. So I'll say like there are some people that once they are at the best, they don't want anyone else to be at the top. They are very stingy with what they have. They're very stingy with their position, and that's not the best way to be. That's not the best way to grow. If you're growing and if you're going to the top, it's not just about you. It's about your community. It's about everyone else around you. Oh, still working. What are you working on, or what do you do by this time of the night? It's like 2 a.m. So did you bring your office work home, or are you a business owner or an entrepreneur? You have your own thing. Because I do know that even as an entrepreneur, you would still have to work, over time, right? So as an entrepreneur, you don't even have like 9 to 5. You have like 9 to 9, or like what do they call it? Hi, Italy. Like this name sounds familiar. I think I've seen it before in my life. I think I've seen it before. Your name sounds quite familiar. Okay, Okoye said I'm a web developer. Okay, that's nice. Men in tech. Do you know that sometimes I feel like I wish I had the skills, the abilities to go into tech, right? But I don't think I do. So I think I've just decided that I will capitalize on, the place that I have upper hand and leave the ones that I can't do, which is basically what life is all about, to capitalize on the things that you're good at, your talents, your gifts, and the places that you feel that you can do something good, and then leave the parts where you're not doing good enough. But I see some people focusing on what they can do and trying to make it work. If something is not working, it's not working. Everybody is born with different things, like different skills, different abilities, different things inside of them, and your work here is to capitalize on those things to make a better life for yourself and make a better life for the people around you. Yes, exactly. Okoye says either you're doing 9 to 5 or 24 hours. Basically, that's it, that's true. Either 9 to 5 or 24 hours. And even the 24 hours, sometimes even that 24 hours is not enough, right? People feel like if you have your own business, it's somehow easier because you are your own boss, you have control of your time. But do you really have control of your time, especially when the business is in the early stages? In the early stages of the business, you have to commit like all of your time, you have to commit all of your attention, even your finances, right? You have to give the business your all for the business to grow, for the business to stand. So like I feel like being a business owner even takes more, like you have to be brave, you have to be more courageous than a 9 to 5. If you have a 9 to 5, like you just follow orders, right? You follow what your bosses tells you to do. But if you run a business, like you are now the boss, so like you have to be thinking, you is you that is going to make the business work, so you have to be like steady on your feet. Okay, you cannot just sit down. Nobody's going to order you around or boss you around. Like you have to be accountable to yourself. That's it. So like somehow I feel like being a business owner is more challenging because you have to do your research for, okay, how does the business grow? How do I get more customers? How do I retain my customers? How do I make sure that the business is working? Come up with new ideas and everything. But if you're in a 9 to 5, you can just follow orders, follow the rules and regulations. But if you're a business owner, you are the one that will make the rules and regulations. And if you decide not to work hard on your business, nobody may even ask you questions, okay? Until like if you skip one day in your business, like you don't work for one day, nobody's going to ask you questions except for your customers, and you can decide to let the customers go. So what I'm just trying to say is that you need to have a high sense of responsibility for you to run your own business, because your business will demand that you must be responsible, else you won't make money. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, Italy said in all, it's a choice to make. Exactly. It's a choice to make. But whatever choice that you're making, just make sure that at least you are making the right choice to an extent. And most of the time, there's no wrong choice, there's no bad choice. Okay. It's either the outcome is good or the outcome is bad. And sometimes the outcome being good or bad highly depends on you and how much effort you are willing to put into that thing. In fact, some people are even doing better in their 9 to 5 than some people are doing in their business. So it all depends actually. It really depends on the individual. And then there are people that are doing both. They have the 9 to 5, they have business, they have side hustle, they have investments. Like they are just they are just all rounders. Yeah, he said the comment here said 9 to 5, no matter what happens, you will get paid at the end of the month. Yes, but even if business ain't going well, exactly. So 9 to 5 actually provides you with that job security. You know that bad as the bad though, whether the company makes money or not, it's not your business. Your own is just to show up every day. You just show up every day, and at the end of the month, you collect your salary, like no matter what. But for a business, you have to show up every day. You have to do the work every day. If not, at the end of the month, nothing for you. And you know that you're not even collecting like a monthly salary, like whatever clients you attend to, either if you offer a service or you sell a product, whatever clients you are attending to, that's how your salary is gathering up. Okay, so you have to put in the work every blessed day. If you skip one day, you could literally ruin your business or you could lose like a big client. So yeah. Come on, says, yeah, life's the lesson, the best school of mankind. If it fails, learn and move on. Exactly. Like if something fails, learn and move on courageously. Sometimes we feel like it's everything we do in this life that will work out. That's not true. You will definitely do things that will not work out, especially if that's the first time you're doing that thing. Okay. And you must do something new for the first time because you must grow. If you're growing, it means that okay, this thing that you want to do now, you have never done it before, so it's the first time you're trying that thing. It's the first time you want to do that thing. So there's a chance that that thing may fail. It doesn't mean that you are a failure. It just means that sometimes you don't know how to do that thing properly. So you just have to learn a lesson. You have to like look at the things you didn't do well, the things that you did well, what you need to fix, what you need to correct, what you need to learn how to do better. You just need to consider all those things and either try that thing again, or those lessons that you've learned, you can put it into another thing. So yeah, life is a lesson actually. If you fail at something, learn what you need to learn and move on to other things. Okay, the major thing is that every day you wake up, you are putting in effort. Every day you wake up, you are making an effort to make something out of your life. You are trying to just do something. It wouldn't make sense for you to just be lazy and just sit down. Even if you failed 1,000 times, it's not an excuse. Okay, if you fail 1,000 times, you can still try until you try out 2,000, 3,000. Like just keep trying. One day, one thing will definitely click. Okay, one day something will definitely make sense. But every day that you wake up, you just need to keep trying, keep doing the best that you can, showing up. Like just try to be the best person that you can be, basically. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for your contributions. I really appreciate this conversation. I even needed it more than you. I needed it more than you guys. Okay, sometimes when you're trying to motivate other people, you end up motivating yourself because you need the motivation. It's like there might be so many things going wrong. But one thing that I try to do is always stay positive, right? Even when things are not going right, I just try to always thank God, like thank God for where I am, trust in God, believe in God, hope in God that definitely everything will still turn out well. That's something that I try to do. I try to stay positive. I try not to like lose my hope, right? Because the moment you lose hope, you might start getting depressed, you might start missing opportunities, you won't be showing up the way that you are supposed to show up. But just remain positive. Like as long as you're still alive, there's still hope. As long as you're still breathing, things can still get better. Okay, things can still turn around, basically. And the thing is that sorry, you don't need 1,000 days. Basically what you need is just one day. Like one day, one client, one opportunity can turn your life around. Like you listen to the stories of people that they have moved from grass to grace. Just one day, one opportunity, one destiny helper, just one person that is plugging you, and everything about you can literally change. So just believe that that day will definitely come. But before that day, you need to have like a portfolio, you need to have a resume, you need to like be working on something, you need to have like when I say past questions that people can come and see that okay, oh, this is what you've been on, right? So like just keep doing your thing, basically. Just keep making progress every day. Everything will eventually add up together. So I think I'm ending this live now. It was nice talking to you all. Thank you, Okoye, for joining in. I appreciate you. I think I would try to get some sleep, and you should also try to get some sleep unless you want to maybe you want to work through the night, but it's already early in the morning. And if you're still going to, okay, except you work from home, because most people into tech, they do remote work, they work from home. But other than that, if you're going to go out in daytime, you can still try to catch some sleep. So see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, okay, so that next time that I go live, you can still join in. I'll probably be going live again tomorrow in the daytime. So take care of yourself and have a lovely night.